Hello children, have you watched my previous videos? Thank you for that. Today I am happy to teach you about an important topic, heat. Children, where do we get heat from? Yes, we get heat from the sun. Sun is the sources of energy. Imagine if there is no sun, what would be the position of earth? It would be too cool, actually very little, that heat reaches the earth. That is quite sufficient to exist life on earth. It is one of the forms of energy. Now, the objectives we will see that identify hot, cold, and warm bodies, identify modes of transmission in conduction, convection, and radiation, types of thermometers, explain good and bad conductors of heat. Now, what are the sources of heat? So, sun is the ultimate source of heat, and fire, electric heat, and if we rub our palms also, it is the source of heat. Now, let us see about hot and cold. In our day-to-day life, we come across a number of objects. Some of them are hot and some of them are cold. For example, tea is hot and ice is cold. I have listed some of the objects in the form of a table. Some of them are cold and some of them are hot. Please observe this table and identify the objects that are hot and cold. S. Sun, fire, coffee, dessert, barbecue, hot tub. These are all hot objects. Whereas ice, snow, ice cream, glaciers, pool, and breeze are cold adjectives. Now let us see the temperature. See, what do you mean by the temperature? A reliable measure of the hotness of an object is called temperature. Now let me tell you about the differences between the temperature and the heat. First, heat is a form of energy, but temperature is a measure of a heat energy level. Heat energy raises the temperature of a body, whereas the temperature decides the direction of flow of heat. Heat is measured in joules. Temperature is measured in degrees Celsius or kelvins. Now, temperature is measured by the thermometer. Let us discuss about two types of thermometer. One is clinical thermometer, the other one is laboratory thermometer. Now, my dear students, if one of your family members had fever, how would you find out? By using thermometer, right? So, that thermometer is a clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer consists of long, narrow glass tube, has a bulb at one end filled with a mercury. Outside the glass, a long, narrow, shining mercury is found. There is a knob also. The normal temperature of the body is 98.6 Fahrenheit. Now we will see about the precautions to be followed while reading a clinical thermometer. It it should be washed before and after use, probably with an antiseptic solution, and show the mercury level below 95 Fahrenheit. Read the thermometer keeping the level of mercury along the line of sight. Don't hold the thermometer by the bulb while reading it. Nowadays, we can see digital thermometers also. Next one is laboratory thermometer. It is used for measuring temperature in laboratory. A laboratory thermometer reads temperature from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. It is similar to clinical thermometer but long and narrow. Now let us discuss about transfer of heat. Generally, when your mom cooks dishes in a pan, keeping it on the flame, what happens? The heat transfers from the flame to pan. Have you ever observed it? When the pan is kept aside, then slowly it becomes cool. Why? It is because the heat transfers from the pan to surroundings. What did you understand from it? Heat always flows from a hotter objects to colder objects. Again I am saying heat always flows from a hotter objects to colder objects. Now there are different modes of transfer of heat. There are three main. One is conduction, convection and radiation. Let us see about conduction. So, the process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to colder end of an object is known as conduction. So, let us discuss about the conduction. It happens in solids. Children, do all substances conduct heat easily? My dear children, when your mom prepares a tea in a kettle, she holds the kettle but by its handle that is made up of wood or plastic, right? Do you think that she gets hurt? No, because wood and plastic are bad conductors of heat. They do not transfer the heat. Now, let us discuss about the differences between the conductors and the insulators. So, the materials which allow heat to pass through easily are called conductors of heat. Aluminium, iron, copper are best examples to the conductors. Now, insulators generally the materials that do not allow heat to pass through them easily. Wood, plastic and are best example for insulators. Now, we will see about the convection. So, convection is the process of heat transferred by the bulk movement of the molecules within the liquids and the gases. My dear students, if you keep one hand above the candle flame and the other beside the candle flame, do your hands feel equally hot? No. Which hands feel hotter than other? That is, above the flame, the hands over the flame. This is because heat rises up. This process of heat transfer is called convection. Let us consider about the sea breeze and land breeze now. It will be very interesting of sea breeze. When we visit a beach during daytime, we feel as if the cool breeze blowing towards us. Actually, the land gets hot and air from the land heats up and rises. In the meantime, cooler air from the rushes towards the land to take its place. The air from the sea is called sea breeze. Now, we will see about the land breeze. Let us see about land breeze. At night, it takes place exactly the reverse. The water cools down more slowly than the land. So the cool air from the land moves towards the sea. This is called sea breeze. Now, radiation. Transfer of heat without any medium from a source is called radiation. When we come out in the sun, we feel warm. How does the heat reach us from the sun? Actually, there is a medium. It reaches directly. This process is radiation. So, children, since it is a summer, please wear light colored clothes because it doesn't absorb very hot. Understood, ma? So, I hope it is quite clear to you about this topic. Thank you. Have a great time.